It's nice to meet you. I'm Jeff.
Hi, Martha.
Martha. Okay. Nice to meet you. Welcome to our office. Um, what we do here, just to kind of tell you, is we help people. We help people that are having, especially families, with any problems. We talk to people about divorce. We talk to people about getting back together with their husband or wife. We help kids that have been through trauma. We're here to listen. So how's it getting in here today?
It was okay. There's some traffic and stuff, like the typical. But
Typical.
Yeah.
Milwaukee is awful with traffic lately.
Yeah.
I don't
The
know.
construction is unbelievable.
I know. Just nothing you can do. Factors of life, I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, my name is Jeff.
Okay.
You don't need to worry about calling me Mr. or whatever. Call me Jeff. Would you like to go by Martha?
Yeah, Martha's fine.
Okay, perfect. So before we start getting into like the nitty gritty stuff, is there anything that you want to know about our agency or what we do, or just any questions in general about this whole process?
No, I just came across it just because of concerns I'm having with my daughter, but
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
just what I saw online with the clinic and stuff. So.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. And just so you know, we have 45 minutes available today. That's how much we have blocked off. So, whether it takes that long or not to kind of get through what we need to get through, it's up to you. At any point, you can just say, Jeff, stop. I'm done talking. I'm comfortable, or whatever. I need to go to the bathroom. Just let me know.
Okay.
It's very open. And lastly, we have confidentiality we need to discuss before we start talking about other things. Everything that you say to me in this room is 100% locked away, safe. I won't bring it up to anyone else. I won't be able to talk to your kids about it or any of your relatives. Even if they call and say, "What did they talk to me about? What did you talk to me about?" No, I'm not able to disclose that.
Okay.
The only things I am mandated to disclose is if you have any suggestions about being homicidal, if you're looking to go hurt someone or harm someone else, if you're looking to harm yourself, if you disclose that to me, or if you disclose any abuse or neglect that you've administered to your children.
Okay.
So those are the only things that I'll be able to discuss. But looking over kind of what you called in about, I don't think that's going to be an issue today.
Okay.
So I did listen to your voicemail about your initial contact with us about talking about your daughter. Is that what brings you today?
Yeah, I'm just having issues with her and her going to school and her, even getting her dropped off and her leaving school. She just feels like she can leave whenever she wants to. So it gets kind of complicated. Her grades are just plummeting down. I bet she's going to have to repeat her sophomore year. It's terrible. And just even our relationship at home, I don't know what happened. We used to be so close, when she was in middle school and everything, but since high school hit, it just kind of has gone downhill. So I'm just kind of concerned about her schooling and our relationship in general.
So you feel like your daughter's relationship with you is kind of falling apart? Is this a new thing, or is this kind of something that you've seen in the past?
Yeah, well, it's kind of new. It just kind of gradually started happening in the last year or so. So it's just really frustrating. We used to, do little stuff together, and I understand that teenagers, they don't want to be with their parents. It's not cool anymore.
Right.
But I just feel like this is a whole nother level.
Right. There's normal, teenage rebellion, and then there's, it sounds like this is a bit more extreme.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. As far as, you said she's having trouble with school.
Mm-hmm.
So is that just bad grades, or is that some behavior issues too, or?
It's kind of both. She's talking back to the teachers, which I don't know why you need to be so rude to someone trying to teach you,
Right.
You're there to learn, and she's not understanding that. She just wants to go and be with her friends all the time. She's all about the social life.
I see.
And, it just gets kind of frustrating that she even wants to skip school. It's like, your friends are all in school. Why are you trying to skip school?
Right.
It's just, it gets a little overwhelming. And so it's kind of the behavior. She's talking back to teachers and all of that, but then I don't know if her grades are slipping because she's just not there or like not attending,
Yeah.
or if they're slipping because she really doesn't have an understanding of the classes. So it might be both. But when I try to have that conversation, she just gets mad at me and says like, "You want me to be an A student," and
Sure.
storms. She just thinks like I'm pressuring her. So.
Right. So, yeah, it sounds like there's some serious miscommunication going on. There's some serious anger going on between the two of you.
Mhm.
How do you feel in those situations? Do you feel angry at her? Do you feel like frustrated at her? Do you feel like, is this your fault? Is this her fault? Kind of tell me about that.
Well, it does get really frustrating for me, and I feel like I do take that out a little bit in our conversations. But how do you not, when your kid's skipping school, like every day of the week almost, like to the point that she's gonna have to repeat a grade, and I keep telling her, like, do you want to be held back? Like, it's not like this is first grade and you like had difficulty reading or something. Like, I'm just like, you're at the age that you should be able to go to school, and she's just not doing it. So yeah, of course, I kind of probably am a little mean about it when I talk to her. Like, I know I'm kind of frustrated.
Being mean's everybody's mean. It's not something to beat yourself up over by any means. What I was kind of asking for is to seeing if you're taking it from mean to just absolute monster. It doesn't sound like you're being extremely, extremely disciplinary of her or going too far.
No.
It seems like the reactions that you're having is extremely normal, for a parent, someone who you've had a relationship for so long, such a positive, nurturing relationship, all of a sudden this disconnect's happening.
No.
And, that's going to be frustrating, and that's going to make you angry, and that's absolutely normal.
But she's going to act like I'm a monster.
Right.
I don't believe that I'm acting like a monster. I'm just trying to handle this like I am. But if she was here right now, she'd tell you a whole different story, that I'm screaming at her. And,
teenagers like to dramatize. They like to make a mountain out of a molehill, and, that's something that's, I have teenagers of my own, and they do the same thing. And it's frustrating because, you're doing the best that you can. You are doing the best that you can, and that's all we can ask for. So, maybe now that we've kind of talked about what's going wrong, kind of guide me towards what if you could go to bed tonight and wake up tomorrow and everything was completely different and it was a utopia. What is your perfect ideal situation with your daughter?
Us just being able to like talk in general without yelling at each other or having it end up with her storming off and leaving or her ignoring me, and just kind of having even just a normal conversation. Like, I just ask her, how's school going? Try to do basic, how are your friends? And she's just like, you're trying to be nosy, and she gets very like.
So you just are looking
like,
for some more civil situation.
Yeah, just have us get along like we used to, and it's just frustrating. Now it's like she's just angry all the time, or just doesn't want me in her business, and I'm not trying to push into anything. If I see something concerning, of course I'm going to ask more questions.
And that's a strength that you can definitely build on, is you care.
Mm-hmm.
You see a lot of parents that just don't care, and that if their kids were having these kind of situations or behaviors or experiences, they would say, whatever, I'm done raising them, and they just give up. So that's something that you have going for you, is that you genuinely care about your daughter, and that you obviously want the best for her. And right now you can see from your life experiences that she's not going on the right path.
No.
She's not going down a path that will lead her to success. She's going down a path that will lead her to, maybe using drugs or alcohol, all these risk factors that we worry about as parents. And that's something that we can definitely work on with her and you, and, maybe figure out a prevention plan and a safety plan. So what's worked for you in the past as far as disciplining her? Is there anything that has successfully changed her behaviors so far?
lately, nothing. Because, I'll tell her you can't go out with your friends, you're grounded. She sneaks out the window. Like, she just does whatever she wants. And clearly, like, I can't even keep her in a school.
Right.
Like, I have work, I have another child. Like, I have things, like, I can't neglect my other child because she's just running rampant, going crazy with stuff. And, I have a job to maintain and everything. I don't have any other help. So, she's just kind of doing whatever she wants, and it's frustrating. And then these truancy tickets are just like,
Expensive.
like she can't pay for them. She's not going to stay in school. How does she stay in a job?
Right.
I'm
Right.
trying to be like, you should work and stuff. And she wants money to go to the mall. And I'm like, I'm not going to give you money for the mall. Are you kidding me? Like, you can't even attend school. So,
Right.
it's like the truancy tickets are piling up. Like, it's so overwhelming for me to pay those and my bills. And then, like, I'm mostly concerned because I don't know where she's going during the day. Like, who is she with? Is she gonna get kidnapped? Like, who knows? Like,
Right.
I don't know where she is, and she just happens to come home. Like, she doesn't come home right when school ends, but
That's
whenever
scary.
she wants to make her way home, she'll do it.
Right. That's terrifying as a parent. That's
Yeah.
terrifying, and that's not the stress that you expected when you
No,
had a kid.
I knew there was gonna be teen stress, like, but
Nothing
not
like
like this.
Not fearing for your child's life, fearing for whether or not she's gonna make it home at the end of the day. That's stressful.
Yeah.
How are you managing that stress? How are you doing personally? Tell me about how forget how she's doing for a second. How are you doing?
Well, I try to deal with it. Like, I just, I have to focus on her because she's my child and figure out what's going on. But then once in a while, like, I just try to focus. My other child's doing great with everything. So I just try to think of the positives with that. But then again, I am reminded of like everything that my daughter's doing. It just gets kind of, like you said, it's like scary. So, but I
The
do
elephant
try
in
to,
the room.
yeah. And so it's kind of overwhelming and everything. I'm just stressed out a lot, but I'll vent to my mom about it, and we don't
Sure.
understand what's going on because
Sure.
I didn't act like that as a kid. Like,
So
she
your
doesn't-
mother is at the same point where you're at, just kind of exasperated with.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah.
She's there to talk to me, but other than that, she's like, she doesn't know what to do. Like,
Right.
she even like offered to maybe take her in a little bit to like give me a break, but she's just gonna do the same thing with
Yeah.
my mom. So
You
I'm
don't
not
trust her
gonna,
there.
nope, I'm not gonna even let that happen. So,
Sure. And I think that I've heard somewhere she's not willing to come in. Your daughter's not willing to come in.
no, she just wants to avoid everything that has to do with me, and gets all frustrated sometimes and
She probably-
complains a lot. Like, she'll sometimes make comments like, I want to go to my dad's, but like, he's all over the place. He's in and out of jail. His like
Right.
girlfriend is like ridiculous. I'm not about to put her there. It's gonna just go even more downhill.
Right,
Like,
which
I'm
is,
trying to have stability, and she's not even taking it
she's
in.
rejecting that, which is that can hurt you too. Thinking about this was it a husband?
Yeah, my ex-husband.
Ex-husband of yours, flaunting around, floating with the breeze, and she sees that and looks up to it.
Mm-hmm.
Where you're a source of stability, and she's rejecting that. And it's just like teenage rebellion, but to the nth degree.
Yeah.
She has that option. She has that fatherhood role model where he kind of failed her,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe she's looking up to that for maybe searching for a relationship. It'd be really, really good for her to get in here with you. I think that's something that we should maybe work on as a goal. Is actually getting her in here. Maybe talking about how it's helping you so much, and maybe really just going out of your way to bring it up and put a positive spin on it. Like, oh man, talking with Jeff is just really helping me lately,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really helping me work on my relationship with you, and just say just really be goal oriented with her. Just say, this is where I want to go. Be straightforward with her. You know, like that. I think that maybe would be a good first step to get her in here and get her talking. You know, it doesn't sound like it's a situation that's going to be resolved overnight. Unfortunately, you know, not many situations are,
No.
but it is something that, you know, anything is possible. You know, I think that you still have a lot of hope. You know, I think you might be running out of hope. That's what brings you into my office.
Yeah.
So you're kind of, you know, you're using your resources. You're looking for help. You care. So those are all really good things. And you know, you have a strong foundation for the solution. You know, maybe her part's not there at all right now, but she will soon understand. You know, maybe it's next week, next month, that you know you're trying, you're making an effort, and you know if she sees that, I think that she'll turn, or you know, come around and maybe sit down with us one day. Is that something that you maybe want to work for?
Well, I want to, but it just depends if she's gonna want to come because I don't see her coming. She didn't come today. I really tried to get her to come today to
Right.
have us kind of talk all together, but she just, you know, it's all about her friends and her boyfriend and
Right.
everything. So she didn't want to come. She's like, nope, I'm gonna go hang out with my friends. So
Okay.
like I tried my hardest and said like, you know, we need to work on this stuff. You need to like get back in school. We need to figure this out. And
Right.
she doesn't want to take that stuff. She doesn't care. It's just
So
whole
the
thing is she
the
doesn't
whole
care.
she just doesn't care. She just does not care, and that's where she's at. She doesn't care.
It's all about her
It's all about her,
all the time.
and you know, I think it's been that way for so long for her. You know, the last year or so that that's her new normal, and breaking her out of that normal, getting her into a new way of thinking is going to take time, and it's going to take between you and your mother, her grandmother, between us here, you know, I think we can figure out a plan that, you know, that'll hopefully help her guide herself out of this.
Mhm.
Because this isn't something that you or me or anyone is going to be able to force her to do. We're not going to be able to go into her life and say, all right, time to get out of this lifestyle. You're done with it. Because she's not going to respond to that.
No.
And you know.
Yeah, she won't.
She won't. She will not. She will not respond to that. You know, not kids that have these, you know, problems with, you know, it's problems with authority. You know, a lot of the times, kids that have these problems with authority, they don't want anything to do with rules.
Mhm.
So you know, they're independent. They're independent kids, and they make their own rules and they make their own lifestyle choices, and a lot of times that leads to bad situations. However, if we can take those strengths that she has, those independent strengths that she has, and turn those into something good, then we have something to work with there. So that leads me to my next question is what are some things that you like about your daughter?
Well, she is very creative.
What's her name?
Her name's Amber.
Amber. Okay. What is Amber's strengths?
She's a really creative person. She's always been into like the arts and everything. So that's something that I always thought that she's really good at. And when she was younger, I tried to get her into different art programs and everything. But like I keep telling her like you can't get into an art school until you finish school.
Mhm.
Like you need to worry about your academics too. Like painting pictures not gonna, you know, get you going. Like
Right.
you're not Van Gogh here. Like, you know, you're not
Yeah.
gonna just make millions of dollars. Like she's very talented. I'm not saying that, and I'm not saying I'm trying to shoot down her goals, but she needs to understand that school's a priority.
And it's a process.
Yeah, and she just thinks like she can do what she wants, and then like she'll rely on like her little art projects that she does once in a while. Like they're very good, and she's very motivated when it comes to her art. That's what I see
Sure.
too. But
Sure.
other than that, it's just like.
So she's creative. She's motivated.
Mm-hmm.
She's definitely sounds like she has an outlet for, you know, a non-destructive thing to do. You know, making art is not destructive. It's creative. You know, you're making a a thing all by yourself. And
Yeah.
you know, that's some. Are you talented in the arts at all, or is that something that's kind of foreign to you?
A little bit. I kind of taught her how to draw like little
Oh,
cartoons
okay.
and stuff when she was
Nice.
growing up. But that's how we kind of connected back in the day. It was like we did little art projects together.
Sure.
But now I try to ask her like, do you want to go to one of those paint night classes? And she just no. I want to be with my friends. She doesn't want
Sure.
to do anything with me that we
Sure.
used to do. So I'm just trying to even like. I know she sometimes just because she's skipping school and doing all this stuff, like, I don't feel like she deserves to go to paint night with me necessarily, but, like, I want to still do something
that
fun with
relationship,
her.
yeah.
Yeah, but she's just never having it. She just, like,
Sure.
wants to be by herself or be with her friends and boyfriends. So.
Yeah. And you know, I think that that's okay. I think that it's okay for her to want to be with her friends, to want to be with her boyfriend, but you know, learning limits is going to be a big thing for her as well. Something that something It sounds like you've been through a similar situation. Did you have any struggles with your parents growing up or anything like that?
I felt like I was the normal, like, rebellious a little bit, but nothing to, like,
Nothing like
this
this.
extent. I didn't skip school. I knew I had to go to school to do something, and I know I, like, didn't finish college. That's why I'm working kind of a basic job, but I'm
Nice.
just, like, I know I should have kind of set the bar higher for my kids, but, like, just by being a good example, but, I had kids younger, so that kind of limited me going to college. I finished high school at least, like, thank God, but like now I'm scared that she's not even gonna finish high school.
Yeah, that's scary. So, now that we know some more details about the situation, I got to know you a little more, got to know your daughter's situation a little more. I think I have enough to really think about and chew on for the next week. Are you interested in meeting up next week again?
Yeah, next week should be fine. Like, I'll check my work schedule again, but like the same day and time I usually have off every week. So
Okay. Yeah. How do you feel? Do you feel good about this? Do you feel like this is going to be helpful? You know, this first meeting is just kind of get to know each other and get the details out and kind of just like see where everybody's at. Is there anything else you needed to tell me while you were here?
not that I can think of. I'm just trying to figure out how to go day by day, and I understand it's not going to just change overnight, but I just want something to maybe
Sure.
look at or change a little bit and see if it will help. Like, I'll try to get her here next week, but
Yeah,
who
don't.
knows?
The thing that I would suggest for this week while you're at home, if you're looking for some sort of like homework, there's no paper assignment or anything like that to keep track on, but just really focus on your inner centeredness. Have you ever heard of being centered before?
Oh, not really.
It's kind of a holistic. You don't really use drugs or any substance to help you get centered. It's kind of something where you just look inside at yourself and something that so a lot of people use are touchstones.
Okay.
They put them in their pockets, and if they're ever feeling frustrated or they ever feel like they can't control their own emotions, they just reach their hand in their pocket and they think to themselves, all right, deep breaths, control my own emotions. Don't let your daughter know that you're getting upset at her. Don't let her get those reactions that she's looking for.
Just try to control myself a little bit.
Yeah, not
get
saying
stressed out.
Yeah, not saying that you're doing anything wrong. This is just to get yourself to a more peaceful place so you don't stress yourself out.
Yeah.
Because being afraid is okay, being fearful for your daughter is okay, and being angry at her is okay. Those are all valid things to do. It's just making sure that those emotions don't get the best of you. I don't want you to be, dig yourself into an early grave because of what your daughter's doing. It's not fair. It's not fair to you. That's not why you have kids. So maybe getting more centered and don't give her those reactions that she's looking for, and really put this positive spin on therapy and just don't be too forceful. Just put it out there, plant the seed in her head, and we'll see what happens. like I said, I'm not looking for an overnight change.
Okay.
This is week 1. We have plenty of time. Your insurance covers this. You're not going to be paying a dime for this. So we got plenty of time. We got plenty of time to work on this and get a long-term solution. Because just because your daughter hates you when she's 16 doesn't mean she's going to hate you when she's 17. She's going to hate you when she's 25. Relationships come and go, and we'll do the best that we can to figure something out.
Okay.
Is there anything else I could do for you today while I got you in here?
No, that was just kind of my main concern. So.
Okay. Yeah, we'll talk more next week. I'll see you at 2 o'clock again. And yeah, have a great week, and let me know how it goes next week.
Okay.
All right, it's nice to meet you.
Yeah.
That feel long? 25.